Hey guys, it's Helene. Welcome back to my channel. Today is, as you can probably tell from the background, it's gonna be a much more casual video. Got my laundry hanging up back here, got my hair all wilder than usual, no makeup. It's just gonna be kind of you and me sitting here lounging at my kitchen table. Today I decided that I was going to take a personality type quiz for each of my three main characters from my YA fantasy series that I'm currently writing. I'm at the point, I just realized I don't think I actually have given you all the working title of my YA fantasy series yet. So the working title for the series itself is The Rashindi Chronicles, and book one, the abbreviation for the title for that one is IDIMF, I-D-I-M-F, and the abbreviation for the title for book two is Tsamk, T-S-A-M-K. They are both very long titles. They have a meaning behind them, but they might end up getting changed to something shorter and easier to remember in the future. So that's why I'm just giving you guys the abbreviations for them right now. But anyway, so I'm editing book one, IDIMF, right now, and at this current moment, as I'm filming this video, it is May 31st now, as I'm filming this video, and I have been letting book one rest for the past 2 months. So tomorrow, starting June 1st, I'm very excited because I'm going to start picking up that book and rereading it for the first time, but I'm not quite sure. I have an idea of the things that I'm going to need to edit, the things I'm going to need to change for this next round of edits for that book, but I'm not sure where I'll need to go from there. I know there are some other things, that some certain scenes that just don't seem to feel right for me, and chapters that I need to work on. The thing is it's very hard for me to kind of pinpoint exactly what I need to change about those things. And so I think it'll come once I'm kind of in the project a little more and just playing around with certain things. But I do know that I can always build stronger characters. I know there are some areas in my characters that for sure need to be strengthened. And so I thought, what better way to kind of get to know my characters even better than to take a personality type quiz for each of them. So I'm taking the Myers-Briggs personality type quiz for each of my three main characters. The first one is Jasir. He's my protagonist. The second one is Eshi. She is my female protagonist. And the third one is Gassan, who acts as sort of a mentor and antagonistic character later on in the series. But for book one, he's more of like the mentor role. So yeah, I'm very excited to see what these characters' results are going to be. But yeah, let's just dive right in, shall we?
All right, so we have pulled up the 16 Personalities website. I actually use this website a lot. I've never actually taken the test for myself, but I use it a lot to kind of get a feel for my characters and to help with character creation, actually. So, yeah, let's get going. I'm going to take the test, and this time around, I'm going to be taking the test for my main character, Jasir. So let's get started. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Ooh, this is difficult. I think he's very much someone who can be social if he needs to be. He's been trained to be a leader, but I don't think he would necessarily seek out social events if he has to. So I would say probably around here. He did grow up in a very social environment, a very large family, so. You are very affectionate with people you care about. Agree. Oh my goodness, this guy is the softest cinnamon roll you will ever meet. At the beginning of the story, of course, before he begins his downward spiral. When in a group of people you do not know, you have no problem jumping right into their conversation. Disagree. He would think that is so disrespectful. You often put special effort into interpreting the real meaning or the message of a song or a movie. I would say agree, because stories and songs are very important to the Wanderers, the community he lives in, and there's always a hidden meaning behind them. When you know someone thinks highly of you, you also wonder how long it will be till they become disappointed in you. Ooh, agree. I think it might actually be this one. You still honor the commitments you have made even if you have a change of heart. Agree. At the beginning of the series, at least. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. Okay. Huh? Your personality type is protagonist. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect, you guys. I feel slightly vindicated now. This is great. So he is the ENFJT personality type. Mind, he's 51% extroverted, 49% introverted. That's pretty accurate, I would say. Energy, 84% intuitive and 16% observant. I would say, I think you'd be a little more observant than that. Nature. So 17% thinking, 83% feeling. I would think it'd be a little more down the middle. But of course this is his personality at the beginning of the series, and he does change over time as his arc changes. So I guess this would be somewhat accurate. I'm not too upset with that. Tactics. 65% judging, 35% prospecting. Hmm. You know, I feel like he'd be less judging than that, but okay, no, that's actually pretty accurate at the beginning of the series. So, identity. 29% assertive and 71% turbulent. Oh yeah, I can see that. That is very true. Very, very true. Oh my goodness. So, this was so interesting. Start reading. That's what I want. Okay, we want to look at other people with this personality type. Barack Obama, Oprah Winfrey, all these people here. This is very, very interesting. I'm very intrigued to see what my other characters are going to turn out like. Okay, so I wanted to pause right here to kind of explain a little bit more why I like to do these personality type quizzes for my characters. I don't do them for all my characters. I certainly don't do them for every single book that I've ever written, but I find it's a very helpful tool, especially when I'm taking the personality type quiz from 16personalities.com, because they provide a plethora of great resources for each of the different personality types. So for example, once you've taken the test, they'll take you to the page for that personality type, and they'll have sort of an introduction that explains just main characteristics of that personality type, strengths and weaknesses, romantic relationships, friendships, parenthood, career paths, workplace habits, and then a little conclusion at the end summing everything up. So there's a lot of great things here, and especially the strengths and weaknesses and relationship aspect to this is very... I have no idea what's going on outside there. Sorry, can you guys hear that? That's like, I don't know. I don't know what my family's doing out there. Anyway, so yeah, I would highly recommend this website if you guys are writers who would like to know more about your characters. It's really fun too. It's really fun just to take the test and find out, oh, I wouldn't expect this character would be this personality type. And then once you start reading, then you're like, okay, well, I can see this. And yeah, super interesting. Anyway, back to the video. Okay, so now I'm going to take the test for my female main character, Eshi. And she is basically the exact opposite of Jasir. Or maybe not exact, but she is very, very different. So this is going to be really fun to kind of see how they differ exactly. So yeah, let's go. You enjoy vibrant social events with lots of people. Disagree. No, no, no. Well, okay, maybe just not quite all the way, because vibrant social events with lots of people are good places to steal from people, and she's a thief, so she might like those a little bit just for that. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Oh, agree, you guys. This is such a major plot point here for her. You are dedicated and focused on your goals, only rarely getting sidetracked. Agree. When at a social event, you rarely try to introduce yourself to new people and mostly talk to the ones you already know. Disagree, because honestly, she probably wouldn't even talk to the people she already knows. You frequently find yourself wondering how technological advancement could change everyday life. Actually, agree. She is a bit of a budding inventress, so that's kind of a fun aspect to her. You rarely feel insecure. All right, let's see results. Oh, okay, so she is ISTJT. She is 32% extroverted, 68% introverted. I can see that. Energy, 37% intuitive, 63% observant. Very, very true. Nature, 93% thinking, 7% feeling, also extremely true. Tactics, 61% judging, 39% prospecting. Yes, exactly. Identity, 43% assertive, 57% turbulent. That sounds about right. Maybe a little more assertive at the beginning of the story, but yeah. Okay, I want to see who else is this personality type. All right, so we got all these people here who are also Eshy's personality type. Got some presidents there. Hermione Granger. That's interesting. Mr. Darcy. I can definitely see Mr. Darcy. Thorin Oakenshield. This is interesting. All right, well, I'm excited to move on to Ghassan's because he's similar to Eshy, but a little more intense, so this will be interesting.
Okay, so last interruption here, I promise. I wanted to stress the fact that when I take these personality type quizzes for my characters, I'm not using this as my only reference for creating characters. I have obviously already built a character, that's why I'm able to know them somewhat well enough to be able to take this personality type test for them. It's interesting to get to know the different strengths and weaknesses this personality type can have, but that being said, I don't take everything written here as law. I switch it up a bit because I think if you try to just base your character entirely off of the results from this personality type test, that you run the risk of getting a very flat cardboard character with not a lot of depth to it. And that's just not going to be very interesting for a reader to read about. When I use these tests, I pull a lot of inspiration from all of the great information they give about these personality types, but then I also make sure I add in my own little quirks. You know, everyone within these personality types, what makes people unique is the little quirks they have, what makes them stand outside of their personality type, if that makes sense. I know for me personally, you know, I'm an introvert. I ended up taking this quiz for myself. I found out I am INFJ, and you know, you wouldn't think an INFJ, because I, standing for introvert, would be into acting, but I absolutely love acting. I love performing with a passion. I love just showing off, to be honest. And that's kind of a quirk about me. You know, it's not something that you would typically expect from an introvert, and yet here I am. And so what I'm trying to say here is that your characters even, they're not all going to act completely within this personality type box that they have here on this website. There's also going to be quirks about them that are going to be different than what's said here in this personality. So anyway, hopefully I'm kind of explaining myself a little bit well. Not to take everything here as law, and to add your own little twists and elements to this personality type descriptions. Let it inspire you to help grow them, but don't focus on everything written here completely, if that makes sense. I really hope it does. Anyway, okay, back to the video.
Okay, so this next one is going to be for my mentor character, who kind of acts also as a sort of antagonist in this series. He is similar to Eshy in many ways, but as I said before, way more intense, and he's also a little more jaded in general, so yeah, here we go. People can rarely upset you. Disagree so much. If they had like 10 of these, his would be like way down here. You often find it difficult to relate to people who let their emotions guide them. Agree. When you sleep, your dreams tend to be bizarre and fantastical. Not really, honestly. Does he even dream? Probably not. In your opinion, is it sometimes okay to step on others to get ahead in life? Agree. Again, if there are 10 of these, his would be all the way here. You usually prefer to get your revenge rather than forgive. Agree. Again, 10 of these, his would be here. You feel comfortable just walking up to someone you find interesting and striking up a conversation. I mean, he wouldn't care like what they thought of him, but it's just something he wouldn't really do. He'd just probably spy on them. You often talk about your own feelings and emotions. Disagree. Well, I mean, I guess he doesn't really have trouble letting people know how he feels, but not really, like, he doesn't open up a lot. Oh, this is just you often talk, so no, he does not often talk about own feelings and emotions. You still honor the commitments you've made even if you have a change of heart. Disagree. You rarely feel insecure. Disagree. Oh wait, you rarely feel, yes, he does rarely feel insecure. All right, let's see these results. This should be interesting. Oh my goodness, he's the same as Eshi. I mean, I did say they were very similar, so. All right, so he is 15% extroverted, 85% introverted. That also tracks. Very, very much so. Energy, 47% intuitive, 53% observant. That seems pretty accurate because I think he's a good mix of both. Nature. 99% thinking, 1% feeling. Yes, that is so, so true. Maybe more like 0.5% feeling. Tactics. 79% judging and 21% prospecting. Also extremely true. Identity. 76% assertive, 24% turbulent. Yes, that is very true. He is extremely assertive. Okay. I'm going to start reading. Well, I guess we've already kind of seen the famous people who also have this personality type, so let's read a little bit about this personality type. That might be fun. The logistician am I pronouncing that right? I'm going to say I am. Personality type is thought to be the most abundant, making up around 13% of the population. Their defining characteristics of integrity, practical logic, and tireless dedication to duty, yes, so Gassan, make logisticians a vital core to many families, as well as organizations that uphold traditions, rules, and standards, such as, so etc., etc. That's definitely Eshi. Logisticians don't make many assumptions. I feel like Eshi and Gassan would totally make assumptions on people. Preferring instead to analyze their surroundings. Okay, yeah, they would analyze their surroundings, but they would make assumptions of people. Check their facts and arrive at practical courses of action. Yeah, that is true. Never mind. I recant my previous statement. If challenges becomes time-consuming debates, logisticians can become noticeably angry as deadlines tick nearer. Oh yeah, Gassan, literally the whole book. This is Gassan. Alright, I'm not going to read too much more, but there's a lot of stuff here, and it's always just really interesting to read up on this.
Okay, so that was the personality type quizzes for my 3 main characters in this first book. So that was a very fun experiment. I would encourage you guys, if any of you are writers out there, or even readers, if you have favorite characters you like to read about, it's really fun to take personality type quizzes as characters. It makes you really think and delve deep into the mind of the characters, and yeah. Again, grinding noise out there. I don't know what the heck's going on. I think someone's making a smoothie or something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hope you guys can ignore it. Anyway, so I did promise in my last video that I was going to talk about my goals for June. So I'm gonna pull that file up right now. Yes, it's definitely a smoothie. My reading goals for this month, I want to read 3 books. One of those being a classic. And a bonus goal is to read a poetry book. For my writing goals, I want to write at least 500 words every weekday, because I've noticed if I try to write every day, it's great for the first few weeks and I feel really inspired, and I do feel myself obviously growing as a writer because I'm practicing so much. But if I'm just writing every single day without a break, I just get really burnt out very quickly. So my goal is just going to be 500 words every weekday. This time around, instead of it just being in book 2 to Samk, it can be in any writing project that I'm currently drafting. Just as long as I'm getting the words out there and I'm exercising my writing muscle and making progress. Another writing goal is obviously I talked about this earlier, I want to read through Idimf, book 1, the one that I've been setting aside. I want to read through that and make notes and figure out what I need to do for this next round of edits in it. And a bonus writing goal is to work on the outline for my middle grade novel that I have. AuthorTube goals, I would love to upload at least once a week, potentially 2 or 3 times. That would be ideal. I know I'm not going to be able to keep up with 2 or 3 times every week all the time for this month, but I would like to post as many videos as I can. So yeah. Piano goals, just for fun, in case y'all are interested about my other life goals. I have a piano goal, and that is to learn the songs that I'm going to be playing for my friend's wedding. I'm so excited. She asked me to play some songs for during their ceremony, and so I want to make sure that I have those songs learned by the end of this month so that I know them well enough when it's time for me to play. And then also I want to practice at least 30 minutes every day for piano, which is actually a very, very small amount of time for the difficulty level of these songs that I'm playing. I really should be practicing at least an hour a day for these songs, simply because they are fairly difficult and it does take a while to get into them. But I'm being realistic here with these goals, or I'm trying to be. I'm not going to be able to practice an hour every day. I'm not going to have the motivation to. So at least 30 minutes, hopefully that'll get me somewhere at least. So yeah, those are my piano goals, and I guess I'll update you guys if I come up with some more life goals. And I'll continue for sure to update you guys through Instagram and YouTube about how I'm doing on these goals, and about maybe I'll do some vlogs. Anyway, okay, so that is going to be all for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you liked this video and would like to see more. Comment down below if you have ever taken the personality type test for your characters, or any similar tests. I know a lot of people like to sort their characters into Hogwarts houses, and I think that would be really fun. I might end up doing that in the future. And yeah, that's all for this video. So thank you guys again, and I will see you next time. Bye! I would like to do a vlog of me doing my read-through, how I'm taking notes of book 1, the draft that I'm editing. Oh my goodness, I need to not have so many projects. This is really confusing to explain. Type descriptions and